B-Paula and our friends of Philly cream cheese. I'm Katy Boyce, and this is my little kitchen at my beach house in Long Beach, California. And if you could smell what I am smelling now, you would be real excited to be eating here with us tonight. We're making an appetizer. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple, it's got flavorful ingredients, and we are making stuffed mushrooms. We need, and that's going to be our cream cheese. We're going to have 8 ounces of cream cheese. We're also going to do 8 ounces of goat cheese, and I just kind of smushed it in my 1 cup measuring cup. This is a great recipe because you can get creative with it. And I teach kids cooking classes, and we have the ABCs of cooking. And the letter B would be be creative. So today we're going to talk about some variations in a minute. We've got our salt, pepper, and our chili powder over here. We've got our crumbled bacon. Now I'm like you, Paula. I like my bacon crispy. Now I noticed that you have got some cool kitchen tools to do that. I actually like to use the microwave. So I use a plate that can go in the microwave, I cover it with paper, and I pop it in there. I've learned 666 or 777 is about the time I put it in my microwave. And when it comes out, it just crumbles up so crisp. So when we have bacon, we like it crumbly. And it's really important for this recipe, you are going to need that bacon grease. So if you do put it in the microwave like I did, I saved the plate and the grease on the plate, and I put it in a bowl to use later, and I'll show you that in a minute. If you're going to do it in a pan, what I like to do is actually have my bacon frozen, chop it while it's frozen. It was just a pound of bacon, and then throw it right in. So when you chop it while it's frozen, it's really easy to get small bits. I cut it into small squares, throw it in, cook it up. It cooks in its own juices. You just got to be careful not to burn it. Nobody likes burnt bacon. We're also going to be using just onion here, and we have some chopped spinach, and that was just purchased and boiled, and I rinsed it, and then I kind of used my bottom of a cup just to get all that extra juice out, because we don't want these juicy. The only juice we want coming out of this is our bacon grease. So we're going to come over here, we're going to start with our cream cheese base, and we are going to just add those onions in. Okay. With that bacon grease, that's alright, it's a little bit oily, but that's okay. These will just be even more flavorful, moist, wonderful. We've got our bacon. Now I love to use my board scraper. If you don't have one of these, love it. You're going to see me use this when I cook my cream cheese brownie Snicker bars. And I'm going to throw that in. Now this is a pound of bacon. Again, this recipe is something that you can alternate between your flavors. We've got our goat cheese in there. We want to make sure all this is nice and soft, so it's going to be malleable and mixable. I'm going to start mixing that up for a minute here. Now we need to add our spinach in there. And our spinach is chopped and ready to go. If you don't get chopped spinach, go ahead and chop it. We want to make sure all of our ingredients are small. And we sure don't want a big piece of spinach on one of our guests' tooth. So that's something I try to teach the kids that I teach in the kids cooking class, is to think that. When you're working with appetizers, think small. Alright, so that's getting nice. And if you look at this right now, it could use a little color. So I definitely think spinach is a great choice. Now, if you wanted to change this recipe up, you absolutely could. You could use basil, and we could switch some of the ingredients around. Instead of bacon, we could use prosciutto, and that would be fantastic. Add some Parmesan cheese in there, or maybe a buffalo mozzarella instead of the goat cheese. And you know, other cheeses, we could add blue cheese and maybe some walnut chunks. We could add a feta cheese. There's just so many possibilities with cooking, and that's what I love. All right, so let me show you the spinach. It's ready to go. I'm going to be a little bit cautious with this. I don't want the spinach flavor to be the strongest flavor. I'd have to say I want the bacon and the mushroom flavor to be the strongest. Of course, I like to think that the spinach makes this all healthy, right? And it does. But everything in moderation is how I feel about food. Because I love food too much to give it up. And I'm a health nut. But if it tastes good, I'm going to eat it. All right. So how's that looking, Dad, over there? Cameraman, he gets the sneak peeks at everything. And he gets to eat the good grub with me tonight. I have 3 little kids, and they love all the fancy gourmet foods. So Paula, keep doing what you're doing. I actually met you a couple weeks ago in Venice Beach, and I walked up to you and I said, Paula, you're an inspiration, and I love your story. So thank you for encouraging us ladies to do what we need to do. Now that's looking really good. Okay, it's time to taste the filling. Now we've only added half of the spinach, and I think that looks like plenty. So I've got my little taster spoons, and I actually, everywhere I go in the world, I try to get little spoons to use for tasters. I also like to use them for eating my ice cream at night. Now I've not salted this yet. So, that is creamy and delicious. Crunchy bites of bacon, the tang of the goat cheese. It's good. It needs salt, for sure. Now this is all to taste. Probably about a teaspoon to start. Some good fresh sea salts. Some fresh cracked pepper. Now I'm a big pepper fiend. So I'm just going to keep cracking. And I like my pepper actually nice and coarse. Alright. We're going to mix that all together again. Now my mushroom I've taken out. My mushrooms are cool to the touch so I can fill them. The great thing with this recipe is our mushrooms can be pre-done, ready to go, and we just need to heat and serve the day of. So they can sit in the fridge for a day. And you know what I was thinking, Paula? This is what I was so excited about. You're going to have to see the dish that I'm going to put these on because it's so 60s. And I've got my little 60s apron here, and I have a whole plethora of aprons. And I've got a few from that era, and I thought I should throw a party. And I should call it the Real Housewives of the 1960s. And I was thinking we could all do beehives, and we could do pigs in a blanket, and chicken divane. Ooh, that bacon, I love it. It's good. It's good to go. So I'm going to stuff it. We are going to be very gentle as our mushrooms are very soft. All right, look at that beautiful brown on the inside. Can you see that? And we're going to stuff these, and we're just going to put them right back in. And as we do that, now again, these are nice and big. So these would almost be a 2 or 3 biter. So you do need to be cautious and give little plates for something like this. Alright, so I just pulled the mushrooms out of the oven. They smell fantastic. They smell bacony and it's warm and I'm excited to taste them. But before, Paula, I just wanted to invite you, when I get to be cooking with you in Savannah, Georgia, I want to know which one would you like to wear. We've got our sassy little pink apron or our fun red retro apron. So one of these can be yours, Paula, when we're cooking in retro aprons. So we're going to fill that up. And actually, I found a little mouse creeping about in my house who wanted to taste one of these. So Miss Olivia, would you like to come in and taste one? This is Olivia, our little girl. Here, let me give you a bowl for that, young lady. And she is a gourmet foodie. Can you say hi to Miss Paula?
Hi, Miss Paula, Deen.
And to all our friends at Cream Cheese, Phillie Cream Cheese?
Hi, cream cheese people.
That works. Well, should we eat together, Missy? All right, this is the best part of it, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing some quick grab bites. Go ahead and grab your mushroom. Show Dad, take a bite. The mushroom is great. The cream cheese is what makes it. Kind of holds it all together, keeps it creamy.
I can taste the spinach.
You can taste the spinach. I can taste the crunch of the bacon.
It's kind of spicy a little bit.
A little bit spicy, and it is good. So thank you to all those wonderful ingredients that we have. Again, we have our bacon, we have our spinach, we have our goat cheese, which has the tang, but it's the cream cheese that holds it all together. And we'll see you next time.